If you can sell, you can make millions in any industry. From someone who sold just over $1 million selling his own products and helped individuals sell just under $500,000 selling their products as well, all of the processes are the same. Setting the appointment, the actual sales call, and the closing, everything is the same. Here's how you're gonna generate more closes and make 6 to 7 figures within your business. Very first thing you need to do is say fuck a script. If you have a script, especially if you're setting the appointment, whether it's the DMs or your setter is calling the individual, you're gonna sound like a robot, right? Sales is all about quality conversations, about the number and about the individuals that you're talking to and the quality of conversations that you're doing. So if you're over-reliant on a script or if you're using ManyChat, especially if you're setting the appointment, you're going to lose it. The reason is people want to feel like they're talking to an actual human being, especially if it's in a service-based industry or if it's just on social media. Just imagine you're on the phone with T-Mobile, right? And they have an AI system. You're gonna hang up the phone or you're gonna wait until they actually get a customer representative on the line. AI is used to outsource, right? Scripts are used to help you, but make sure you're making the general, but make sure you or your setter is having a quality conversation with this individual. You're not repeating things that they already said before, or you're not asking questions that already been answered. You're going through the flow of the conversation to gradually get them on the phone call. Then when you're on the phone call, play it by ear. I know a lot of individuals, and I know there's a structure and a way to go about the phone call. I'm not saying don't have a structure or a procedure, but if people are already answering the majority of the questions that's on your script, you need to look at what they already said as a paragraph, and then ask them questions based off of that paragraph to dive deeper into their pain points and really solve their problems. Second thing is you need to create a concrete gap between where they are and where they want to be. If that gap is not created well enough, you're not going to be able to close them on shit. Whether that's your content, but especially on your actual sales call, because it's in the heat of the moment. Like the sales call is the literal buying environment. So the better that you are at asking questions, the better that you are at asking quality questions based off of what they say and not just off a script, you're going to be able to create that gap better. Once you've done those two things, you're going to create a presentation of services, whether it's a pitch deck or it's an elevator pitch, using your active listening that pretty much once that gap is already created, you're just putting your product in the middle, right? So much of everything as far as people handling objections or people having objections is they're not asking the right questions. They're not being active listeners. You're going off a script. Then when you put the product in, there's not that much of a gap or people just don't trust you enough. If you do those three things, like I said, you're gonna generate more closes and scale to 6, 7, or 8 figures in 2026.